Hello again, everybody. Today I'm basically just going to be doing an update on Old Green because Old Green is now back on the road with basically a brand new transmission, brand new clutch, same old engine, but it still runs perfect. There's no engine problems at all. Transmission problems have all been solved. She shifts good, everything is quiet, and no problems in between gears at all. Actually, first gear goes in better than it has that I remember. There are no synchronizers in first gear, but I can still, even if I'm moving just a little bit, I can still get her to go right into gear. I think somehow I lucked out on adjusting this clutch. I just put a little bit of preload on it to where when you push the pedal it's just barely touching, and then gave it another couple of turns, tightened everything up, and somehow it seems to work perfectly. I don't know how I lucked out on that, but I did. Let me show you this clutch. Let me grab the clutch plate, and I'm going to show you what this clutch that I put in like 25 years ago looks like. Of course, I get grease all over me, but okay. So here is the clutch disc that was in Old Green. Now you can see, yeah, it's got some wear, but that clutch has been in there for 25 years. And there's plenty of space left before you even get close to the rivets. It is, I could have got another 10 or 15 years out of this probably. See, there's one of the rivets there. It's not close enough to touch. There's even, you can tell by the grooves. None of these grooves are wore down to where they are even with the flat part. It does look like it did get kind of a little bit scorched. But like I said before I even took this clutch out, now, if you notice some smoke in the background, we're burning some garbage. That's nothing to worry about. Nothing good is on fire. It's all trash. So yeah, if you see some smoke in the background, don't be alarmed. I know there's smoke back there, so it's not a big deal. It just happens to be that the wind is blowing this way instead of that way, but that's fine, except for the neighbors which live that way. But anyway, yeah, I think this looks excellent for a clutch that has been in there that long. Like I said, I could have used this for a lot longer. Look how much clutch material is left. I wish I had the brand new one to show you to hold up next to it. There wasn't that much difference besides the fact that these are a little shinier, where it has heated up a couple times, but not bad. I mean, just think, this truck, I have hauled loads in this truck that it probably should never haul. I have had one time when we cleaned out at the end of the day the leftover blacktop. Normally they just spread it out. Well, I wanted to just get a load and bring home and put in some of the holes, so we just loaded her up. I wasn't really paying attention. There was like 4 or 5 of us there shoveling hard as we could because it was the end of the day. We was ready to get out of there, but I wasn't really paying attention to how much was going in there, and before I knew it, Old Green was on the bump stops. She was bottomed out, and that's not the first time she's been on the bump stops hauling stuff either. This old truck has been worked very, very hard, because even though it's a C10, it's probably done the work of a C20 several times. But when I drove home with that load, the steering, which this is manual steering, I could steer with one finger. It was very, very light, which meant there was hardly any weight at all on the front wheels. But she hauled it like a champ. That was one of many times that I had to slip the clutch coming up the hill at the mouth of the holler to make sure that she made it up the hill, because it's too big of a load. And I have been guilty of that a lot of times in this truck, but you can tell by looking at the clutch. Even though I've hauled heavy loads overloaded her and all that. This clutch, I haven't. You can tell I don't beat on this old truck. I drive her gentle. And that clutch shows that. She ain't no hot rod, and I don't treat her like one. But anyway, besides all the rambling, Old Green went back together very, very good. So that is basically the update on Old Green. She's back to normal, runs great, drives like she always did. Actually, I think the transmission and everything feels smoother, which it should. It's basically a brand new transmission. So I think Old Green's good for at least another 200,000 or 300,000. Yep. Anyway, for right now, I guess that's going to be about it for this video. I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.